Hey there, now you might have seen on my other videos I was talking about this having a part missing, but I made some out of cardboard. There's two pieces of corrugated cardboard, thinnish but not too thin. Lots of super glue, obviously left to dry, don't try and put on while it's wet, but that seems to work quite well. If I push that down, that jams that like that and I can lift it up. Obviously I'm going to sort out this nut and bolt later. Obviously I couldn't print anything. One, I'm still waiting for stepper motors, and without the extruder sort of feeding up any filament, because this part was missing, wouldn't be able to print anything anyway. So that's a look at that. I'll take it off and I'll actually show you the shape of it, because I have made a bit of a shape of it. Just now, show you on first. So that works pretty well. I mean, just lift it up like that and see how that hooks there. So that's partly why I did the shape. And I'm pulling on that reasonably firmly, and that's staying in there. I left a long bolt on originally because I wanted to be able to lift this bolt up and down, but I don't need it now. So let's get apart and I'll show you the shape of it. So here we are, and basically it's almost roundish at the bottom here. That's for the bolt to go through that little hole up there, but goes in a little bit, and that's to sort of latch on this pointy part there when it closes. Okay, so you hopefully you can see that, and that works pretty well. Oh, while I was doing this I noticed that this plastic edge here, this very front edge where that actually goes into, was broken. Now I tried just gluing it on the edge and that didn't work, so I've had to put like a layer of super glue actually on this metal plate on the inside and glue it all to that, and I think that's going to hold strong. While I was working on this I actually broke the gear wheel here, but I've glued it together and I put some paper on both sides, soaked it in super glue and stuck that on, and that works reasonably well. It seems like if you take this apart you have to get just right all the nuts and bolts and such like, so that it doesn't like jam or anything, and had to almost move the stepper as much as I can over this way so that it doesn't jam. So that's that update. I'll just put that back together. So here it is mounted on this side. Zoom in a bit. So there we are. Lift it up, put the filament in through the board and tube and push it back down, and then that's locked. As I say in my other video, I've had to put this side because when it was over the other side, this X carriage over the other side was catching and actually knocking this off. Now I'm not actually sure which way around this printer goes. I'm not sure if we're looking at the front this side or if it's the other side. I'll sort that out later. I know when I was doing the XY carriage in Pronto face, I think it is, that when I was pressing like to come forward, I think it was going back, so that could be changed under the software. Whether that makes any major difference, I don't know. It might do with the wiring actually, because the wires aren't, this wire for the extruder actually is pretty short. It only in a way just reaches over to the extruder. It's a little bit tight when I've put the extruder on this side of this printer. Okay, and I'm waiting for the steppers, so there's not much else I can do. I'm also waiting for a stepper driver because one of the driver stepper things wasn't working, but I've put that on the Y shaft, which I haven't got connected at all at the moment because of the wobble on the Y shaft, which was caused by damage during transit, as far as I know. Absolutely ridiculous. Right, so that's just basically it, just to show you that card, so you don't have to print everything. I might actually print a piece like this later on. It might be a bit better than that one, but I think that will do. So just show you that again. Just down. It's very close to this sort of cogwheel, this nut and bolt, but it just about misses it, so it's not too bad. Obviously you have to be careful lifting it up that you're not going to, this just hooks on and there's nothing to really fasten that on there. Okay, there you are.